Okay then, with the Loomala buff, I'm not gonna say it's straight up broken, but it has a pretty good niche now, so let's find out how good this niche actually is. Jumping into the Settlin, we're running the ability Wholesome, which will make us take reduced damage from Brawler and Mind type moves, so instead of Loomala being weak to Brawler and Mind, they're now neutral against us. For the Held item, we have a few different options. If we're running Spit Out as a move option, we can choose between any essences, shells, or pearls to change the typing of Spit Out for coverage, or we could run something like Volcanic Ashes or Thunder Orb, which will change Spit Out's typing, but it will also inflict the opponent with a status ailment with a 100% rate guarantee. Although there is actually another viable option, and that's Kabunga Coffee, which won't change Spit Out's typing, but it will inflict the opponent with a burn status ailment with a 100% rate guarantee. And if you don't care about running Spit Out, you could also look into a Power Cuss or Health Amulet, I guess. Which, for me personally, I'm gonna go with the Volcanic Ashes item so I can burn the opponent. Which, yeah, I'm also gonna burn myself and take chip damage, but I also want the fire type coverage. Then for the moves, we're running Peace of Mind to set up to let us deal even more damage. Raging Howl is going to be our strongest simple stab option. Energy Break will let us hit things like Spirit type Loomians that resist simple, and Spit Out, which in my case will become fire typing, which will let us hit metal types that resist simple and ancient. Although there are some other options like running Boom Bash or Must Batter if you want different coverage. Provoke or Scapegoat will help you with stall breaking, and I guess you could even run High Pitched Screech if you don't want to deal with the recoil that Raging Howl has. And finally, for the TPs and personalities, we're running 200 speed TPs with a nimble personality to make us as fast as possible. The 200 range attack TPs with a smart personality will then let us hit as hard as possible. The 60 energy TPs will let us use 1 Peace of Mind, 2 Raging Howls, 2 Energy Breaks, and 1 Spit Out. Although the Raging Howls can be switched out for Energy Breaks, Spit Outs, and Peace of Minds, and the Energy Breaks can be switched out for Spit Outs and Peace of Minds when needed. And the 40 TPs remaining are then leftovers, so I went a little bit extra and I put them into the range defense stat, while at the same time I lowered my melee defense UPs to 30, so now we'll give Predagons a melee attack stat increase rather than a ranged one. Okay then, hopping into the first battle, I see a couple of things that wouldn't be too bad to burn. I mean, they are melee attackers. A fire type I can't burn, and everything else is a range attacker, but like Violana and Jalussa and Oblos being burnt would kind of make it a little bit easier to deal with them. I mean, we'll have to force the Violana to rejuvenate more often, and if the Oblost has Slumber, we have to force them to keep slumbering. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Gargolem lead off a Halvantic. That's pretty darn good for me. The main issue that I'm gonna have is the Jalussa. I don't have anything to switch into it. Water types are pretty good against my team. I'm just gonna go for Babs. They should always go Stratosaur for Ghosts. Nope, Jalussa. That's fine. They're most likely gonna one-shot us, so I should save my Gargolem. This is like my only Lumi to switch into their Banoki and Halvantic and Asteros, I guess. I didn't think Tsukami was that great in this battle, to be honest. Heerlen, we don't really have a switch in, but I really need to switch out. Okay, how about this? We bait them, because clearly they're not gonna go for an Ice type move. They went for an Ice type move. That's fine. We actually surprisingly lived. I don't know how, but I'll take it. Okay. That is completely fine with me. Violana will outspeed us, so yeah. Wait, doesn't this have Gusts? I think this has Gust. I kind of want to go Loomala here. Let's do this. Let's go Stratosaur, because they're going to go for Gust or Stratagem. Now let's see Stratosaur, they're gonna go Halvantic, right? Yeah. Although because my Gargolem is so weak, I don't really have anything to switch into Halvantic now, so I need to burn it. The Peace of Mind? Really? Why? If I just started clicking Magnify, I could have just dealt with this. Okay, interesting. Oh, now we go for a withdraw? Into Halvantic? Thanks. You saw that I got burnt, so why would you switch your melee attacker in? against the spit out user. I appreciate it. I'm not sure why you did it low. So now my Loomala can actually take a hit from this. We can just fire off a Raging Howl, I guess. Yeah, I think we just take out the Halvantic. Oh, we actually outspeed it. So this is most likely a Gloves Halvantic, not a Boots one. Or maybe it's like a bulk up one. I don't know. Halvantic is really good in a lot of different ways. Because Banokis usually run Gloves. But because they've got Halvantic, Astaros, and Banoki, maybe the Banoki isn't actually a boot or glove user, maybe that's a banana split user. For the Jalussa, it quad resists fire, so burning it or using spit out doesn't seem to be that amazing. Maybe we just go for the damage Len. It's probably the best thing for us to do, right? Yeah, I think we just Raging Howl twice. I think I can live a move from Jalussa. Nope, Lake Flash and Flee. Okay, I do live, but I think the burn takes me down. So maybe clicking Peace of Mind there would have been better. There goes Stratosaur. The burn will take me out. That's fine. Loomala dealt with the Halvantic, and it did a lot of damage to the Jalussa. You can't really expect too much from Loomala, especially in like this metagame. There are a lot of things that don't really care that it doesn't have any weaknesses. Its defensive stats are good in general, so we can take a couple of hits, but we don't have like any way to like keep it around for a long period of time. Anyway, with Stratosaur being here, we can just go Meditoad. We have seen what? Halvantic, Stratosaur, Jalussa. I think they have Oblost, so I kind of want to go for Psychoblasts. Yeah, I'm going to go for Psychoblast. They go for Gusts. Okay, I'm going to go for Psychoblast for a second time. You really were just going to let me take out Stratosaur? Damn, that is kind of crazy. I'm going to go for Psychoblast again. They're going to go Oblost now. No, Violana, so that most likely means they don't have... Oh yeah, I forgot about Violana. We've also seen this. I'm assuming low. That means they don't have Oblost, I guess? They go for Peace of Mind, this is fine. We can just go into Banoki, right? And just hit this thing really freaking hard. So yeah, we can just save the Meditoad and just keep zip-zapping against the Stratosaur, so I'll be completely fine with that. Frost Punch is probably my best move. Yeah, I'll click Frost Punch. And if they have got Oblost and they're saving it for the Banoki, I actually get to hit it now. Nope. Jalussa. Damn it. It's still enough to two-shot it low. Damn, Banoki, you're kinda crazy. You're kinda crazy. So wait, Stratosaur, Jalussa, Violana. I don't think we've still seen the last one yet. Just go for Frosts. They go for a Nulla Withdraw into Astaros. Now we've seen their entire team. This is fine. This might be a boot user if we think the Halvantic is a glove user. We can sacrifice Gargolem, I guess. Yeah. Let's actually see. I mean, they know I'm going to be trapped into Frost Punch, which is why they did this. Boiling Press. I surprisingly live it. I'll take it. I'm just going to go for Driving Force, I guess. There's no way I'm going to live, so it doesn't matter what I go for. I want to go Stratosaur here, but I don't think it's actually a good play. I think I want to tase Astaros. That way, if it is boots, my Stratosaur will guarantee outspeed it. And maybe Banoki? I think it will. Oh, never mind. They go for the withdraw into Jalussa. Tase should still knock this out. Nice. Yeah, nice. Okay then, they go into Violana. That's fine. I'm just gonna go for the hard switch into Stratosaur, I think. This is my Perch and Magnify Stratosaur, right? So I can just set up against this Violana. Landslide, we don't care. We do not care. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a Magnify, but there's a good chance they might double into Astros, expecting it, but no, they go into their Stressor. This is probably good for us. I could probably win this matchup, but I don't think we need to take that right. I can just go Meditoad here every time and click Zip Zap. We always get a lot of momentum. Oh, Gust is to let it outspeed ours. I mean, sure. Here's a Zip Zap Fire Fist. Yeah, they go for the Nulla Withdraw into Asteros. Yeah, Taze there probably would have been better. I think, thinking about my team, I think Bannock can actually win me the game. I just need to get rid of... I just need to, get rid of... Oh, no, I don't need to get rid of anything. I need to just Tase the Asteros and the Stratosaur, and I think Bannock wins, but if I don't one-shot Violana, then I think I lose. So I think I save Stratosaur then. I think we go Bannock here. We can actually test to see if this Asteros is Boots, I guess? Bannock might live a hit, for all I know. I doubt it, but you never know. Yeah, so they are definitely Boots, because they outsped my Bannock, and it doesn't matter. I was overthinking it for no reason. Yeah, that outburst wasn't that impactful, not gonna lie. It honestly might have been better to save that and just to sack Violana, maybe? Violana doesn't seem like that great anymore. I'll just stay in here and just heal him again. It also goes down, and now it is just the Stratosaur. I think we just always stay in right and just hit it, and then we just go Meditoad and clean up. Okay, so it is Soul Burst Stratosaur, so it should outspeed me and knock me out, but now we can just go to Meditoad. Zip Zap should be enough to one-shot it, right? I have a bad feeling about this. I feel like it might not, but I don't think it matters because Stratosaur is never gonna two-shot us. Even if it's a +6? That might be overselling it, but I think we might actually live 2 hits from Stratosaur, even if it's a +6 potentially. Unless one of its moves it uses is Airstrike. Yeah, that actually did quite a lot of damage. But hey, Zip Zap did, in fact, get the one-shots, so I'll take it. That is pretty good. Loomala only got 1 kill, but I mean, Galvantix was pretty scary for my team. Like, the only switch-in I had for it was Gargolem. Like, that was it. Galvantix is really scary. Okay, next battle, and oh boy, I see a lot of melee attackers. I see Terradescent, I see Tyrex, I see Dokumori, and I see Gandavale. Also, burning the 3 range attackers isn't that bad, although I feel like I would rather tase the Stratosaur. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Loomala lead against their Terradescent. Okay, let's try and burn something immediately then. Hopefully they keep Terradescent in. This is a pretty scary Drudge spammer, not really wanting to deal with it, and they let me do it. Okay, Terradescent is burnt. We do not care about it anymore. Dazzling Barrage, I don't care. Look at that damage, we don't care. I'm pretty sure Burn will do more damage to myself in like, what, 2 turns, so yeah, I could not care less. Here, I could actually just switch out, but they're also most likely going to switch out Terradescent. I don't think this is going to stay in. So I could actually spit out again, but the chances of them going into another melee attacker are low. I feel like it would be the bug, right? No, Lex is staying. Okay, I will try and two-shot it, Lun. I think I would take this trade. They go for Drudge. I can still live a hit fairly well. Yeah, I think I would actually take this trade. If Loomala goes down, but I take down Terradescent at the same time, that's pretty good. But at the same time, there's no real need to actually do that. We have got switch-ins for Terradescent. So Kame doesn't care about any melee attacks, especially if they're burned, no matter how many melee attacks that increases they have. I also have Stratosaur, but I don't really want to show that off just yet. Yeah, they keep Terradescent in, surprisingly. Only hits twice, that is really unfortunate, man. I'm just gonna go for Frost Beam. And the burn will knock it out. So I will gladly take that. I mostly just click Frost Beam just in case they went Doku. And luckily, they didn't. Although thinking about it, because I don't have my Garagolem, I can't get rid of Icicle Traps or any Barbs that Gandavale sets up, so I gotta be careful. I'm gonna go for Frost Beam again low. Gandavale's gonna be Preemptive Strike Burglar, I'm guessing. I can't prevent entry hazards from going up, but I can make it so Gandavale can't get that many down, I guess. That's probably worth it. I actually don't know which one's gonna do more. I think Frost Beam will do more. Nope, they go for the withdraw again. Into Plasmoth. Yeah, the bug I was talking about earlier. This is good for Stratosaur. This can also put in some pretty good work against Loomala, but never mind. Because we froze it, that is actually better than a burn. Okay, love to see that. I kinda wanna go for Seasong now. But no. I don't think that's a good idea. I think we just go Meditoad, we take the Zip Zap, and now we get a Scout. If they go Gandavale, I guess we just go back into Sukame. It is Gandavale. I guess technically we could just go Stratosaur, right? Because they can't steal my item, but Sukame doesn't have any items. Honestly, here, I think they just go for entry hazards. They should know I'm going to go back into Sukame. Nope. They just let me do that. So we've seen what? Gandavale, Plasmoth. Their first one was Terridescent. I think that's all we've seen so far, potentially. They could still have Doku. They probably have Doku, right? That would be weird not having Doku. I'm going to go for Frost Beam either way. I'm pretty sure this Gandavale is a Burglar, so we can Seasong it, but we just want to try and get rid of it if possible. The poison kind of sucks, but Loomala's burnt. Sukame will get rid of it if I pivot. Stratosaur can't be touched by it. So it's only going to affect Seadrake and Meditoad, which isn't actually that bad. I think normal Barbs would have been a lot better for them. Yeah, here's another Frost Beam for Plasmoth's face. I'm not trying to take another hit low from Plasmoth or any hit, so I think we just pivot back out again. Actually, they're most likely going to go for Rejuvenate here. I could go for Seasong, but then I'm going to be basically out of energy because I don't have my energy orb anymore. Actually, Body Crash would be better if we are going to hit it. It's going to outspeed us, so I don't think I hit it. I think I just always switch out. Yeah, I'm gonna go Seadrake here. I'm gonna play a little bit risky. I'm assuming Rejuvenate's gonna come out. Nope, Thunderstorm. Interesting, so that's mostly for Tyrex then. Well, I'm gonna click Wave Wrecker now, and I'm gonna take a knockout. So that means you don't have Doku, because Tyrex has to be your last one then. Also, Thunderstorm Plasmoth, but not the Thunderstorm ability. They probably want the paralyzing ability for like Stratosaur and Protogun, I guess. We just click Wave Wrecker here low. Because we know for a fact now that they don't have Doku, I'm pretty sure Wave Wrecker Seadrake just wins. Okay, Lego Tyrex, not a big fan of that. I don't really have that great switch in low. If I go Sukame, I'm putting myself in the range of like Thunder Charm. Meditoad doesn't want to take an Earthquake. Stratosaur will get hit by Earthquake now. So yeah, I feel like I need Seadrake, but I need to waste Thunderstorm first, but we've already wasted 2 turns. So yeah. I think I'm going to go Sukame. I don't think we necessarily need Sukame anymore. This might be a mistake, but I still haven't shown off Stratosaur yet, and because Lair Plasmoth is gone, Stratosaur is also going to put in a number, like absolute numbers. Yeah, we're going to play a little bit risky here. I think they're going to go for Thunder Chomp, so I'm going to go Meditoad just so I can waste an extra turn of Thunderstorm here. There we are. I actually didn't see what move they clicked first. Because if they clicked Thunder Chomp twice, it might be close, but I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention, okay? Anyway, here's the Sukame switching. We're just going to sacrifice Sukame here. We should go down, sharpen. That is kind of scary, but not really anymore. We are most likely going to go down to Thunder Chomp. Actually, I think we go down to any move, but I think we'll be fine. There's Earthquake, we should go down. But yeah, we know that the Ant loves low. We can just go Cedric here then and just hit them really freaking hard. Or actually, I could go Loomala. Loomala probably won't do that much anymore for the battle, and it should outspeed Tyrex. So yeah, I think we go Loomala and we just burn something, right? That is probably what we do. Yep, and we can two-shot it, and I'm pretty sure because we burnt it now, I don't think Earthquake even at +1 will, or Vice Jaws will knock me out. Nice. And we know it's not Power Jaws because it's the Thunderstorm ability. It has to be, otherwise why would they run it in Thunderstorms? It would be weird. We go for Spit Out again, just to knock out the Tyrex, but if they switch, we get a burn. Something else. Gandavale. I don't think that was worth it, but you do you, man. You do you. And I'm pretty sure I just barely live. Oh, I didn't even realize. Gandavale didn't even faint to the Spit Out. The burn knocked it out. Well, good then. If I clicked Raging Howl, I would have probably knocked myself out and I would have knocked out the Gandavale, so this was better. Spit Out again, see you later Tyrex. Loomala actually put in some pretty good work here. I guess I probably could have gone Cedric and just clicked Fawn Slam, and we probably would have won, but this is fine. And there's Fallman, which we have got Meditoad. I'm just gonna click Spit Out again. Peace of Minds. I feel like that might have been a mistake. This isn't gonna take it under half health, but because we burn them, they're eventually gonna get chipped under half health. If I just like wait one more turn, yeah. Although they went for Peace of Mind because Loomala's gonna die there anyway, but I don't know if it's worth taking the extra damage there. Yeah, just one more turn of burn damage and they don't get priority anymore. Although this isn't Goggle, so is it just like Mind Essence or something? It isn't Health Amulet. Actually, let's find out. What held item do you have, Fallman? It is... yeah, it is Mind Essence. Okay, I mean that's completely fine. Health Amulet might actually be better on a Peace of Mind Fallman if you're not choosing to run Goggles, just so you have a chance to get above half health or even Milkshake, but they probably had it on something else. I don't know what they had it on because I don't think it was Plasmoth, but yeah, Loomala got 4 KOs that battle. Damn!